Let's see what's in this clip put up by Stop Trump News. Congress impeaches Pete Hegseth in massive last-second moves. Could prove to be interesting. Let's have a listen. Plays for, I think, 11 minutes. Don't know why it's not playing. Maybe I'll reboot it. There's an ad here.
Representative Turner and other Republicans, a reluctance to take on the president right now. I think that's a shame. I think people should put the security of the country before their loyalty to the president.
So Secretary Hegseth has just posted something that I wanted to ask you. He said, let's make one thing crystal clear. Admiral Mitch Bradley is an American hero, a true professional, and has my 100% support. I stand by him in the combat decisions he has made on the September 2nd mission and all others since. America is fortunate to have such men protecting us. When this Department of War says we have the back of our warriors, we mean it. Okay, let me just translate this into he's pinning this on Bradley. Okay, he's saying that's what that's about, right? I mean, where do you see this headed?
He is passing the buck. He sort of sees the freight train that is coming, right? That both Republicans and Democrats are coming to the conclusion that this was an illegal, wildly immoral act, and he is shifting the blame. It's the opposite of the buck stops here, and boy, it's a chilling signal to everyone in the chain of command that the Secretary of Defense does not have your back. Now, in this case, it seems likely that he actually did give the order, that he gave the order to kill everyone on that boat, and that those in the chain of command were simply following his orders. But he is basically telling everyone, all of his generals, all of the professional staff of the Department of Defense, that I'm going to save myself if things get tough. And that's just devastating for American national security.
I want to ask you about another member of the Trump administration coming under fire tonight, Senator, and that is FBI Director Kash Patel. House Democrats are investigating his use of the FBI private jet, now demanding he pay the government back after using it for what they call personal trips, which have been documented by FlightAware and others about the use of the plane, reportedly to see his girlfriend perform at a wrestling event and for hunting and golf trips. He does deny any wrongdoing, says he's restricted from commercial air travel. What do you see right now for where this is going and his leadership of the FBI?
Well, we've probably never seen an FBI director care so little about his job as Kash Patel. He does seem to be spending most of his time gallivanting around the country, visiting his girlfriend, going on golf trips with his buddies, getting as close to the MAGA celebrity world as is humanly possible. And he's racking up all these huge bills on us, the taxpayers, right? These are ordinary, average Americans, plumbers, teachers, pipe fitters who are paying the bills for his celebrity lifestyle. He could simply choose not to take these trips and to focus his time on his job, protecting the American people.
The bill is bipartisan. It's Rand Paul, Tim Kaine, myself, and I think now Senator Schiff. And we are hearing in this area, there are a lot of Republicans who are troubled. Frankly, there are Republicans who don't have faith in Hegseth and in what is going on there as well. And so we are seeing for the first time some of our key Republicans who are defense hawks really worried about what the administration is doing in both the Caribbean and in Venezuela.
You've also called on the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, to testify before Congress about what the White House admitted today happened, which was that follow-up strike, the double tap on an alleged drug trafficking boat in the Caribbean on September 2nd. You called on Hegseth to release the full tapes of the attack. We heard earlier in the show Chairman Wicker saying that he is seeking those tapes as well. What sort of action are Democrats prepared to take to try to make this happen, to getting those tapes?
Well, we hope that we can bring before the committees, bipartisan, as you said, Senator Wicker has been very much involved here, and get the top military people to testify, and we hope that they will release the tapes. You know, Hegseth is hiding something here, and he's known to be a liar. He said that the Washington Post story had no validity, and today the White House directly contradicted him that it did. And if he has nothing to hide, if he said he did nothing wrong, if he said no laws were violated, release the tapes. That's the first step. And second, we need to bring top military brass before the committees to testify as to what they knew happened and how it happened.
I want to also ask you about the Obamacare subsidies that are now set to expire at the end of this month. It's December 1st. It's going to expire December 31st. Obviously, that will send premiums skyrocketing. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says that House Speaker Mike Johnson tanked Trump's counter healthcare proposal. There was some talk of Trump talking about a short extension of these subsidies. Do you agree that Trump tanked this proposal? Do you agree that Speaker Johnson tanked the Trump proposal? And is there any bipartisan fix in sight?
Well, look, here's the bottom line, Jake. The Republicans are a total mess on health care. They don't know what to do. More than half the House members are against anything in ACA, any extension of the ACA premiums, so to avoid the great harm that people will face, their premiums going up $500, $1,000 a month. How is a working family going to pay for that? They have different views as to what to replace ACA with. They're not even ready with the proposal. And furthermore, they're all hung up on the issue of extending the Hyde Amendment, which precludes abortions from the federal government, federal money from being used. Now they want to stop the states from doing it as well. So they can't even come to an agreement themselves. So Johnson is a mess. Trump is a mess. They don't know what to do, and the American people are left hanging out because this is going to be one of the greatest increases in their cost of living that they have seen in a very long time.
I have heard from Democrats who say that Obamacare is not functioning as well as it should. And obviously, health insurance premiums, not just in Obamacare, but throughout the country for everyone, are skyrocketing. Is there room for bipartisan work there on the fact that health insurance companies are making record profits and increasingly Americans can't afford insurance?
Well, the bottom line is there's such a division between the parties. Republicans want to make people pay more. One of their major proposals is privatize the whole thing, which will raise people's costs.
Mike Turner on the Armed Services Committee. And Congressman Turner, I really appreciate your time, and it's good to speak with you again. So we know the president just held that meeting with Hegseth and Rubio, among others, about Venezuela. Elena's reporting that the motorcades left, so they're waiting formal confirmation that the meeting's done, but it appears that it has wrapped up. Have you been briefed about this or the details in light of all this reporting of the strikes themselves?
No, Aaron, and I think it's very important that what Elena said. No one really has had the information yet, and I think that's what's important as to what has to happen next. What we know and what we certainly, everyone has said, no one on Capitol Hill has any information previously that would have corroborated what the Washington Post had reported. What we know since that report is that the Secretary has said that the report is not accurate, that he did not give that command. The White House, since having said that Admiral Bradley was in charge, and then, as Elena has said, the question then goes to the facts and circumstances with respect to that second shot, or the double tap, as you guys have been referring to it. Yeah. Now, what we also know is that both the Armed Services Committees, and both the Senate and the House, have indicated that they're going to look into the circumstances of this on a bipartisan basis. You have members of Congress who have stepped forward and said that Congress will take a look at this. Now, what's very clear, and then what is concerning, is that this is other than what is expected by Congress. The briefings that we've had, the legal opinions that we've been provided, this is other than what has been expected in this. And people have been very concerned as to how these strikes have been operated. And certainly this is very concerning as we look to then now what actually occurred.
Right. So, the Washington Post reporting, as I said, just to be clear, was that Hegseth's order of the U.S. military was, quote, to kill everybody. Now, when you talk about the Washington Post reporting, I know you've been clear that if it happens as they laid out, it would be an illegal act, right? So I guess what I'm trying to understand from you, Congressman, is what more you need to know. And just talking to you as a member of armed services, right? Is it fair that I would be surprised that you have not been briefed on any of this and that you are not aware of the details at this point?
Well, not at this time. You have to realize everybody just got back from their break and Thanksgiving, and people are now beginning to ask these questions.
It is making a move against.
Oh, this is this guy again. This is the guy's. He puts clickbait titles, and that's what I'm going to call this, a clickbait title. If I wouldn't have known it was him, I probably wouldn't have posted it. Guy looks like he belongs in I don't know what he belongs in.